So, Ian, Half-Life.
Yeah.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
No.
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 No, it's not.
Half-Life Alyx confirmed.
Alex Kidd? What?
So I don't know a whole lot about Half-Life, but honestly, it's just one of those glaring gaps in gaming that I need to take care of.
You ever play the first one?
I have the first one and the second one downloaded on my Steam account, but I just haven't ever played them.
Never played the second one.
But I know they're a big deal. I know people desperately want Half-Life 3. Well, this isn't it. It's a virtual reality only entry in between the first and the second. That is the story of Alyx and her father leading a resistance against the Combine. I have a feeling... I'm surprised people don't seem to be as upset about it not being Half-Life 3 as I thought they would. I think people are just happy to see Half-Life coming back in any way, shape, or form. This is going to be a VR exclusive. I wonder if this is the way for them to really show off their VR.
Yeah.
But then I think the reason why it might not be Half-Life 3 is I'm not sure that they would want to commit Half-Life 3 to just being VR.
Well, let's be honest here. VR has not caught on. It really hasn't.
I mean, it's caught on more than I thought it would.
Not mainstream though.
But no, exactly. I don't think they're going to make I don't think they'll make Half-Life. If they ever make Half-Life 3, I don't think it'll be a VR exclusive. I think they're going to want that to be playable by the most people as many people as possible.
But this is the only one of the only ways you get people on board with VR. Say, hey, we have a Half-Life game coming out.
Sure.
So why not? Which is the VR that Valve is behind? Is it?
Index.
Index?
Valve Index is the VR headset.
Okay, see, I even heard about that one. If you can use this for any VR, that's fine. I'm sure they'll push a package deal with their own VR in this or what have you when it comes out here. So compatible with all PC-based VR headsets. It's going to be March 2020. Screenshots thus far depict Alyx having hands, which is something that was technically already canon. But now her hands, this is from a Kotaku article, but now her hands are your hands. Okay, this is trying to be pithy writing. And you get to use items like the enticingly named gravity gloves. Okay, so there's VR with the hand stuff you can buy too, right?
Yeah, it's all got the motion.
So that's cool to integrate that. It is creepy now looking at floating hands on the screen. That is kind of creepy now. Look at that. Okay. All right. If you want me to try VR, if this is a way to get people to do it, all right. I guess this is like the only thing that you can get people to do is play a Half-Life game because we haven't seen one in 15 years, I
think it's important to note that they do say that it's going to be about the length of Half-Life 2, so it's going to be about 12 to 16 hours long. It's going to be a full-length game. It's not going to just be a demo or a small episode or side mission.
Yeah.
And I would point out that the writers, Eric Wolpaw and Jake Pinkerton are back. Eric Wolpaw I think he's a great writer. He was responsible for Portal and Portal 2. He had left Valve, but he did come back for this. So I don't know. I think Valve's games, especially from what I've heard, Half-Life, but a lot of their first-party stuff, the writing is generally considered to be good. So it's important to have those writers. Okay.
Well, the charm about Half-Life, and I'm guessing Half-Life 2 as well, Ian, if you never played them, was like Half-Life was really the first-person shooter to literally incorporate a story into the gameplay.
Yeah, do in-game storytelling.
Yeah, that's why it was revolutionary. Probably one of the top 10 or top 20 most influential / important games, probably. And I'm guessing this will be the same sort of storytelling. That'd be great to keep that. According to, let's see, in the press release that Valve said, designed from the ground up for virtual reality, world exploration, puzzle solving. The first Half-Life did have some puzzle solving here and there. Visceral combat, and an intricately woven story that connects it all with the characters iconic to the Half-Life universe. So maybe Gordon gets like a little cameo. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not down for VR stuff. I just am not at this point. Maybe in the future, but I'm down to watch a Let's Play of it. I mean, it'll probably be a great story and it'll be great, action. And it's very Half-Life's fun because it's very moody without being like grimdark.
Sure.
It's just the atmosphere is moody versus being like, oh, it's all edgy. That's it's like the thinking man's first person shooter. I never thought like that. It's like the intelligent first person shooter.
I've heard that a billion times before.
Oh.
So that seems.
I never
to be
but I never
about
thought of
right.
myself. Yeah. So there you go. There. I think it's gonna be fun though to check out. But here's the question: if this does, will there be a Half-Life 3? I will say no. It won't matter. I don't think they're going to be committed ever to a Half-Life 3. I don't think they will be.
Well, it seems like they've scared themselves out of it. If you read that article, was it that article? There was one that I was reading where basically, I think to get them in to even do this, they had to state that it wasn't Half-Life 3.
Sure.
Because then I think the people would have been too afraid to work on it. I think that they've built
People be afraid to work on it?
I think they've built it up too much. Yeah, I think at this point, I don't think it's going to happen.
Be afraid? This isn't. It's a video game. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I agree. It's silly.
You're not like touching up the Mona Lisa. Like, oh, we can't. This gonna be marred forever, man. Which no one has that mindset with movies at all. We're gonna have like 12 Star Wars movies within the next couple of years. Like no one cares about potentially screwing up old movie franchises with video games. It's somehow this heralded property. I don't know. I just don't think they want to commit to it because they don't. It's not worth their money investment. It's not worth their ROI. That's to me why they never did Half-Life 3, because they got Steam.
Sure.
That's free money rolling in with minimal work versus a huge video game.